Hey, what's up, Diamonds? It's your boy, Christopher Doc Reed, your favorite relationship and life coach out here. One more again, telling you what your father didn't tell you and your mother did not know. Well, yes, let's get into it. So many of you have made a New Year's resolution. You've decided that I'm not going to take that old narcissist into the new year. I'm turning a new leaf. And the reality oftentimes may end up being something different. And I get it. You say a new year, a new me. And it should be that way. Onward and upward. Okay. Like if you look at most gyms right now, they're packed. Because you know what? It's a new year. I'm going to get me a new body. And I'm going. I'm wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to hit the gym. You realize that probably by March, those gyms are empty. Yeah. Why is that? Why is it that when we make the resolution, we strong for about 2 days? Yeah, we serious too. We mean everything we say for about 48 hours. And then the reality seems to kick in, and we realize that the old year has followed us into the new year. And so what we got to realize is the new year doesn't hold any magic. You know what I'm saying? It is a new year, but if you're still dealing with an old you, okay, that has not made a change, then you're going to take that old you into the new year. All right? Because, you got to understand, as far as relationships is concerned, you really have just come through what many consider the toughest part of the year, the holidays. Ladies, you hate that holiday stretch. Okay. Thanksgiving and then Christmas, and, because it seemed like everybody's booed up and, so you really struggling coming through that. And you're already bringing this idea of, if there's, been like no contact, is he thinking of me? What's he doing with the new supply and, all of that, right? Has he moved on? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just get that New Year text. Hey, I'm just wishing you a happy New Year. That's all, right? And you like, oh my God, should I respond? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should. It's just a text. It's not like I'm going out on a date with him. Ain't like, And you know how you negotiate with yourself. You respond. He got you now. He got you now. And the reality is you got your fix because you were struggling. Let's just keep it 100. You were struggling, okay? Scripture says this: when I will to do good, evil is always present. It says that the bad that I don't want to do, I do, and the good that I want to do, I don't do. It didn't say anything about the new year. If this is only specific to an old year versus a new. No, it's a human condition, all right, that we have to deal with. And here is one of the things that you got to understand. If you can do 24/7, you can get to 365. That's a simple formula. Doc, what do you mean if I can do 24/7? Here's what I mean. One day at a time. It's the Addicts Creed. One day at a time. Because you know what? Your job today is to make it to tomorrow with no contact. Don't get overwhelmed about the new year, and I just make it to tomorrow, just like a crackhead. Because it's the same thing. You're Joneses, you're going through withdrawal and all of that. Now, here's the deal. Okay. You got to block them. Now, I know so many of you play around with this block thing. Well, I don't really believe in blocking because, first of all, I just think that's mean and cruel. And I just don't think that really you should do that. Yeah. Or I do love this one. I don't think I should really have to block. Really, I think I should really have the self-control to just not reach out. And if I can do that, then I'm not going to allow him to control me. and bless your heart. And so that's so awesome. So let's change that up a little bit. And, let's put it in proper, context. I really think that I should be able to not, block the crack cocaine. I think I really should be able to just not take it. You can go to a crack house, but doesn't mean that you have to be mean to the. It don't work like that. I understand that you're an empath. You don't want to be mean. You're projecting. You think that, the narcissist feels the way you feel. It doesn't work like that. Okay. You need to block. All right. You need to block and keep them blocked. Now, here's what's also going to help you while you block them. Okay. You got to stay busy. If you have nothing but time on your hands, you're probably going to start to use again. All right. Because you're going to have nothing to do but think. Think about what they're doing, who they're with, why they didn't want you. You're ruminating. Okay. That's a recipe for failure. All right. You got to stay busy. All right. You got to stay busy. Also, you're going to need a support system. I'm not talking about just your friends, because your friends might not understand. All right. You got to be around some other people who understand what you're going through. All right. It could be a support group. It could be whatever, but you got to have a support system. All right. Nothing about this is magic. It's not. I wish it was. I wish it was magic. I wish you could just click your fingers and it's done. Okay. And at the end of the day, you have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. In the addiction world, they call it hitting rock bottom. All right. If you've hit rock bottom, you're ready. If you haven't, there may be a few more floors that you need to go down to. I don't want that for you, but and so you got to realize that the cravings are going to be intense. You got to expect that. That's why if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. All right. So, because if you don't have the support system, you're going to start using again. All right. Because I know you've tried many times before. You're like, it is, but you can do this. Trust me. See yourself free. Just see that. Get that in your minds. I see yourself free. Okay. Because God has your back. I mean, is there anything too hard for God? Like, really? I don't think so. I think he's done this before. Okay. So think about the fact that you're watching this video. God led you here. Okay. So the help is there. But let me ask you this. Did you bring that old narc into the new year? Okay. Are you fully committed to the process? And can you actually see yourself healed? Okay. So here's what I need you to do as it relates to support. Okay. One of the major things that gives you support is coaching. If you need help with this, please hit me up. Okay. Go to my website, christopherreed.org. Right. Sign up for your free 30-minute consultation. So why? Because we're going to talk about how coaching can help you walk away from the old narc in the new year. All right. So do that. Also join me every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in my closed Facebook group, The Diamond Mind. We're talking about the topics that matter to you most. The last one we talked about just yesterday, the necessary components every great relationship requires. All right. It doesn't just happen, just by magic. No, great relationships don't happen that way. All right. What's the difference between your dream man and the reality? All right. Because every perfect guy has some issues, but it doesn't mean that those issues, or woman, for that matter. Okay. People don't really discuss the essentials. You don't really get that training. We kind of feel our way through it. In great relationships, it doesn't happen that way. They're not an accident. Also, check out my video series, Why He Married Her Instead of You. Go to my website to check that out, because guys are telling you, hey, these are the things that we are looking for in the woman that, penetrates our heart. The one that we say is the one. Right. So if you want to know that information, hey, get the video, check it out. Hey, listen, I got to get out of here. Know that your new year can be amazing and be awesome, and trust God. Peace.